What's up, guys? Episode 15 of the Dry Out Daddy Show. I am so excited for this episode. So much so that I actually debated releasing this episode during the week because I'm just so excited to showcase this shop. This shop is a tool store based here in South Tampa, just off of Kennedy. And I gotta tell you, this shop has every single tool you could possibly need. Super niche tools. I mean, they have a pressure washing section. They have a welder's section. They have plumbing section. They have everything. They have sockets as big as your face. Like, this store has everything you could possibly need under the sun. And if you are somebody who is a welder, a plumber, a pressure washer, a handyman, anybody who works with their hands, you need to check this store out, especially if you're in the Tampa area. And if you're not in the Tampa area, the good news is they have a website, and I'll link it in the description below. I have no affiliation. I'm not getting paid to do this. I genuinely really like this store, and I think that more people need to go to this store, especially considering the fact that Home Depot a few years back has raised their prices quite a bit, and they have yet to lower their prices despite having the ability to lower their prices. Home Depot is worth billions of dollars, and they can totally lower their prices and help out the working class businesses that all shop there every single day, and they don't. Not to mention too, Home Depot also, a lot of their staff is like just absolutely lacking in knowledge. They literally rely on their little iPad thing to basically direct you in the store. And if you have any questions on how to do a project, most of them just shy away from answering it at all, or give you just completely bogus and BS advice. I will tell you, if you step into Florida Tools of Tampa Bay, you are not going to get that. You are going to get somebody who really cares and who is going to assist you in getting the proper tools. And this is why I encourage homeowners to shop here. If you're in the Tampa area, you need to check out this store and check out the following video, because not only do we showcase all the cool things that this store has, well, as much of it as possible. If I was to make a video of this whole store, we would be there for hours. But the video showcases and highlights a lot of their popular products, and we sit down with the owner of the store and kind of learn a little bit about him and why he got into this. And all around, it's a great video, and if you have the time, check it out. If you don't have the time, find the time and then check it out, because you don't want to miss this video. That being said, without further ado, here is Florida Tools of Tampa Bay.
Welcome to Florida Tools Tampa Bay. We got one of the largest selections of router bits, Freud in Tampa. Also, of course, carry a lot of the other Diablo blades, drills, Sawzall blades. I like to call it the Devil's Den on Kennedy. Toolson to us is, I treat this as my store brand.
Right.
And it's a value brand, kind of like if you go to Harbor Freight.
Right.
But I think it's better, but of course. But like if you're a high-end user of like screwdrivers, I would say, okay, don't get Toolson. Okay, go for something better. But this is like your homeowner or something that's not going to need the heavier use. The other part, like, okay, you need chisels, hammers, mallets. You know, these things are pretty equivalent across the board. Well, welcome to our pride and joy here at Florida Tools. This is our Milwaukee section. We actually carry more SKUs than Home Depot, and we're about to become the largest Milwaukee dealer in Tampa. Okay, so obviously our power tool wall, power tool accessories, drills, drill bits. We even carry metric drills as well. And we can go around here. It's our back stock. We got your oscillating tool blades, your hand tools. tap and die sets, nobody carries. And then we come into the mechanic section with sockets and socket sets. All right, so this is our WeHaul section. It's actually the largest WeHaul display in the state of Florida. Very proud of it. WeHaul is a German brand, top notch, known for their screwdrivers and insulated electrician tools. This is a favorite of mine. It's probably only one on the market. It's a powered, insulated electric screwdriver. I think Lowe's has like 12 or 16 SKUs in a little corner section. We have over 100, and then you would compare it to Klein, for example, is probably the biggest competitor and the biggest brand on that side. Just real quick, we also carry Knipex, German, top quality, probably the best pliers in the world. If you use them, you know it. We probably have one of the largest selections here in Tampa as well. All right, so we also carry over 300 different types of bits, whether it's tamper-proof security bits, hex, Torx, Torx socket, hex tamper, double square, Torx plus. We have, again, probably the largest selection here that you can get locally in Tampa on your specialty bits, spanner bits if you're working maintenance for bathrooms and whatnot. Oh, the big sockets. Yeah. Okay. So if you're a big into the big industrial side and you need some big sockets, we got them. We got all the way up to 5 3/8, 1.5 inch drive. Most of them are 1 inch drive. Whole impact ready. Williams brand, top quality, made by Snap-on. A lot of it is just like your little replacement parts. So this is Surface Max, top rated pressure washing parts. If you need connectors, gaskets, replacement tips, we have them. A customer of ours actually came back and he bought this. He's like, how is this $81? He called me afterwards and said, he's like, this is worth every penny. And this is a turbo pressure washing nozzle that spins and creates a vortex. Really top-notch stuff. They also have their foam cannon and other scrubbing pressure washer for concrete.
So the biggest thing that I want to learn from you is what inspired you to start a tool store in 2025?
Well, it's kind of a long story. I try to cut it short. That inspiration did not start in 25. I started my business in 2019.
Okay.
And it was selling tools online. So I started selling on Amazon and eBay, and it all started when an Ace Hardware was liquidating everything and closing down. And I actually filled my whole living room with a bunch of stuff and started listing it, and on it went, and it grew, and it filled the garage up, and eventually I had to move out to storage units. And then in 21, I got my first commercial place, which had a warehouse, and it did have a little front store. So when I finally took it full time in 22, that was actually the first store over in Clearwater. Wow. It had a little store in the front and a warehouse in the back. But the plan was always to go bigger, seeking a bigger place in Tampa, and came and found this, and it was a natural step.
So you do online sales as well, in addition to, okay, so you're like balanced for both.
You know, you drive through Main Street across any town or city, and I always wonder, like, how are these people doing it? Because you're not seeing a whole bunch of cars maybe right up front. That's like, what do they do? They got something going on in the back, right? So really the online business is also what keeps us going and making, and the whole idea was, hey, if we're selling this online and we have it, why not make it available locally as well in a store? Because a lot of these parts you need, so when someone needs it, why not tap into that as well?
Right. And even a tool sometimes, and more so like some of the screws and the unique bits, like you can't always find, you could find them online, but sometimes it's a ridiculous shipping time, and here you have so many unique things that you could probably just come in. If you're local, you could probably just come in and pick one up.
Yeah, and I feel like now too, also with the amount of websites, it's also harder to delineate who can you trust and who's real. Yeah. And you search for something and you see 50 websites say they have it,
Right.
but they actually don't. They're just some form of drop shipping that you don't know. It says they may have it it says in stock, but it's actually a feed from someone else
Right.
that they're tapping into, and it may have a 3-week lead time, or when you're expecting it to come in a couple of days, right? So
Right. Even though and they said that it was going to come in a couple days, and then it doesn't.
it doesn't, yeah.
Yeah. I really like this store. It has a home vibe, like it's like you're kind of like home, you know, or it's got like this reminds me a lot of like going to an Ace Hardware as a kid, but it's like it's local, and not that Ace Hardware isn't local, but I always had this sense of when you go to Ace Hardware, it's like, yeah, they have this local small town vibe, but they're a corporation, right?
Yes.
This has that local small town vibe because it is, and you have online sales. It just feels really good coming in here.
Yeah.
Like
I do have a massive amount of respect for Ace, and you know, even though Ace is a big corporation, it's a franchise, so it's actually everybody who owns an Ace store, they're franchisers, and they own part of the company too for on that side. So it's but no, of course, then there's corporations that have, you know, dozens of Ace stores under them, and it's more of a machinery. I think what really is powerful with that concept is they have a ready plan. It's cookie cutter, so you kind of lose a little bit of personality, but you have an existing plan that you just they come in, set it all up, and boom, you have a store. We on the other hand, we don't have that rigid template that we just dropped in here. We are actively shaping ourselves after our market.
Right. And you do a lot of custom order stuff too. Because
Yeah.
there was a saw that I needed, and you custom ordered it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That
Yeah.
was super helpful to me.
Yeah.
Well, this has been awesome, and I appreciate you having me come in and letting me do this video for you.
Hey man, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
let's do it again.